Welcome to 5 Minutes of Momentum. These episodes are a short 5-minute burst of inspiration, motivation, and massive action. If you need that little kick up the butt to get things moving and to inspire you to take massive action, then every single Thursday I'll be sending you through a 5-minute episode to download, digest, and implement to finish your week off strong. Are you ready to get started? Let's go. Hey, welcome back to the podcast. Today I have a fun one for you. How to sell more without annoying your audience. This is a really common concern that I get from a lot of clients is they're like, well, I want to be able to sell more, but they think that the selling actually is just through posting content. And so they go, well, I've got to post about my offers. And that's how they've only ever known to sell. And that's only one small place to sell. And if you are not warming your audience up to get ready to buy, then that sell can be annoying. So firstly, what I want to do is address the fact that you think you're annoying your audience, because if people are watching you, they're absorbing your content, they are in your circle, they're most likely wanting what you have to share. So don't disregard that. And know that people are there for a reason, and it's their choice whether they would like to unfollow, unsubscribe, stop listening to the podcast, whatever it is. So they get to choose that. So you are not necessarily causing them to run away from you. We want to recognize like you're only annoying if you do it 50,000 times a day. Like if you are literally like saying the exact same thing 6 times a day, that would then become annoying. But there are so many other ways to sell. You do not have to just post about your offers. And I feel like it's like posting about your offers and what you're selling is actually the last step in the sales process. And that's where people go wrong. They go, oh my God, I've got to bring new clients in, or I've got to sell this offer. So I'm just going to keep posting about the offer and hope that it hits the right person. But that's where you're going wrong. We actually need to focus way before the offer, before they're actually ready to actually buy. We need to go right back to the beginning and go, why do they actually need what you have to offer? And how can I speak to more of that first before I present the offer, right? We've got to involve them in the conversation. Remember, sales is a two-way street. We want to involve them in the conversation when we talked about why they may need your offer, what the problem is that you're going to help them solve, why you are the perfect person to help them solve that problem, and what's your positioning with regards to helping you solve that problem, and allowing yourself to actually explore content in that form, because that will actually generate conversations, and then sales can happen through a conversation. They do not have to happen through posting. And so another way to do this is also to create opportunities for you to sell where it's actually value-based. You may want to run a masterclass or an event. Like think about how you can add value and serve your customer before selling. How can you invite them in where they're already interested in something, right? So you're developing an opportunity for them to say, hey, I'm interested in this. Yes, let me learn more from you. And then they're more likely to then be ready to listen to the offer when you're ready to present it. So we don't have to be blasting the same kind of content all the time to sell, because it does become annoying 100%. Like if you're just selling all the time, 100% it will become annoying. So you really want to think about how you're serving. And that's not always necessarily just educational content. Okay. So yes, you want to create quick wins. You want to create relatable content, but you also want to create content that moves them along the decision-making process. So it's piquing their interest, speaking to the solution, speaking to the problem, and solving elements of that problem, but also positioning yourself as the person that can actually help them with that. So allowing yourself to actually explore types of authority content. And I honestly believe it comes back down to how you are generating more conversations. And then you can lead the client into a one-on-one conversation that will then serve as a sales call or a sales conversation. That's where you can sell and it's not going to annoy your audience. So stop just posting and offering like that. You want to start thinking about like, how can I bring these conversations off of the full audience attention and bring it into the DMs, bring it into your messenger, bring it into your emails, bring it into another way. Like it could be a masterclass or a sales call. Like allow it to be an opportunity where they get to learn more from you, and then they're more likely going to be ready to be presented an offer. So firstly, just drop the thought that you're going to be annoying people. Majority of the time, you're actually not selling enough. Okay? Please hear me on this. I see this with so many of my clients all the time. And every time I do a sales audit for a client, I'm like, you're actually not selling at all. Like that's majority of the thing, right? We're not selling enough. We're not making offers. We're not drawing people's attention to the opportunity to work with you and doing it in a conversational way. If you can do it in a storytelling way that actually guides someone to be like, yeah, actually, I do want that result, or I do feel like that. So allowing yourself to actually take it to that next level by exploring it is what's going to actually support the conversations. And the more you position yourself as the go-to person to solve that problem, the more likely they're going to be willing to actually have a conversation with you. So drop the thought that you actually are going to be annoying. Post content that people want to read, people want to hear about, and allow yourself to be okay with sharing opportunities to work with you. And you can do that in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be the one way. So if you're selling the exact same way all the time, then yes, repetitiveness will absolutely become annoying. So bring it back down to, how can I speak to the client in a way that really resonates with them? How can I story tell? And how can I guide them to a one-on-one conversation? All right, lovely. So please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about this. More than happy to have so many chats about this. I freaking love talking about sales. So send me a DM, send me a messenger chat, and let's have a chat and think about how you can serve and then sell to your customers.